can have over 100 million volts of power. That's far higher than anything humans can replicate. But at the Franklin Thunderdome, the team is going to give the kite its best shot.
We've gone to great pains to set up the experiment to Franklin's original specifications in this controlled environment. And we're going to test under a variety of conditions, wet string, dry string, and what we're really after is what the effect is on the person who's holding the kite.
It's the third and most crucial part of busting or confirming this myth. With a 700,000 volts man-made strike, will Franklin turn to toast? Well, Gelatine Ben is standing by to find out. His kite's flying high. The key is next to his finger, and he's wired to a heart monitor. Just 6 milliamps across the heart, and Franklin will have flown his last.
What I hope's gonna happen is that we're gonna see something spectacular, that the lightning is gonna strike that copper rod, travel down this string, hit the key, arc over to his finger, and then just light him on fire.
Okay, I'm going hot.
Going hot.
We're at 60,000 volts.
60,000 volts.
For this first test, they're using the dry string.
400,000.
The voltage is climbing fast.
It's actually kind of terrifying. I'm kind of filled with a little dread here.
Here's our lightning.
A special camera shows just how much electricity is hitting the kite. But Ben is undeterred. There's no sparking from the key, so it's out with the dry string and in with the wet.
So now we're gonna start our second test, so we had to wet the string down, which hopefully will conduct the electricity a little bit better.
It was the wet string that got the tiny spark with the Van de Graaff.
This should be the main event.
Really?
Yeah.
This is gonna be it, huh?
Bring her up.
300,000.
As the voltage rises, one big bolt could flambe Franklin. Then, disaster strikes.
Oh, it just burned the string.
With the string severed, there's no way for the lightning to reach the key.
The voltage just increased enough to catch the string on fire.
This is not something that I expected, actually.
The slowly building charge up top singed the string. Grant's stumped for a solution until Tori has a brainwave.
What's happening right now is we're pumping voltage through our string, and it's catching on fire. Obviously, we just saw. Is there a way that we can build a charge at the generator and then raise the kite into it so that it's an instant discharge?
Okay, going hot.
We're at 440,000 volts. We're gonna go to 480.
With the kite a safe distance away, they build the charge to 500,000 volts.
Ready? All right, should we send it? Should we send the kite in?
And as the kite reaches its highest point, success. Almost. They get their instant discharge, but this time there's another problem.
Touching the ground now.
Dude, look at that.
I'm not seeing any triggers. It's hitting the ground. Oh, it's arcing to the ground.
Shut her down.
The kite did get a direct strike, but because the string was sagging so low, the charge arced to the floor and never reached the key.
This time what we're gonna do is we're gonna raise that string up so it doesn't ground out and that we'll get that lightning strike that we're looking for.
With Gelatine Franklin standing by and the authentic key in position, the generator's charge is rising fast.
I never get tired of hearing that noise.
480,000.
480,000 volts. Should we send it up? Let's send it up.
There she goes. Up, up, and away.
With the kite approaching the danger zone, it's now or never for this myth.
There it goes.
They've struck gold. The charge hit the kite repeatedly and traveled down the wet string, jumping from the key to Franklin's finger. But after that shock, does he still have a heart?
And it looks like he you got enough to kill him.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at that.
Just enough. Ben
Wow.
would be dead.
Definitely dead.
Grant's heart monitor reading proves that Franklin would have fried. Even the man-made lightning contained ample power to kill this famous kite flyer.
This is only a fraction of what a lightning bolt would be. We're looking at just a tiny, tiny, tiny little lightning bolt here. And we fried Ben out. Could you imagine if it was a real storm and a real lightning bolt?
There'd be no way he'd survive.
He'd be dead.
Smoke straight down the string, straight through his heart.
Yeah.
And we killed a dead president.
He was never president.
Wasn't he? Damn it. All right, so when we started this myth, we stated that Ben Franklin going out, flying a kite in a storm, gets hit by lightning. That was the myth.
He'd definitely get killed if he flew a kite in a lightning storm. I mean, we've definitely proven that. But, I mean, the experiment itself, that's pretty feasible. I mean, you can get electricity down a kite string.
Not only is it feasible, we did it ourselves, and we got a shock off the key.
Yeah, and that was on a dry day, not too cloudy, and we were still able to get that.
The experiment itself,
Confirmed.
confirmed.
Yeah, it's confirmed.
But the myth is a story, busted.
That was busted.
So, Franklin and his kite would have fried. Myth busted.